Welcome back to Let's Play Shuffle. I'm recording this the day after the previous recording session. It's like, that rarely happens. I mean, I got 3 parts out of that one recording session, and I'm like, well, let's record some more, why not? It's mostly because I'm just like, well, I got Pokemon Emerald and Persona 4, I could do some recording for those too, you know, but I just can't be asked because I've got so much recording in advance, man. It's like, holy shit, it's complete opposite of how it used to be, where I'm just like, oh shit, I gotta do more recording because it's freaking catching up, oh shit. But, yeah. So, let's record some more. What do you mean?
いえ、昨日の夜はかなりお付き合いさせられてたようなので。
To be honest, I'm not okay at all. I'm still drunk. I tried to focus my tired mind while tying my shoelaces, but then fell over. Those two have no limits.
もしなんだったら、体調も良くないみたいですし、休んでも。
Kade looked into my face with a concerned expression. I knew what was responsible for my headache. Today may be even worse than yesterday. I'll make it somehow, besides I think they'll overreact if I don't show up today.
でも、そういう状況だからこそ、少し離れた方がよくありませんか？
I went through a similar situation in middle school too. Of course, alcohol hadn't been involved that time.
あれはその...
Back in middle school, I was attacked by some of my esteemed peers when I became close to Kaede. She was already very popular at the time and already as devoted to me as she was now. It's a headache to think about my life in the academy now, but I just have to live with it. I'll somehow adapt. I don't want to waste my time thinking about it.
確かにそうかもしれないですけど。
Don't worry, if I couldn't survive something like this, your fans would have already killed me. I stood up and patted her on the head. Let's go.
はい。でも、無理だけはしないでくださいね。
Of course. We left the house as I cleared my mind.
ああ、リンくん、かえちゃん、はい。
Whoops. It's as if she was waiting for me. She left her house with just as much energy.
今から行くところですか？よかったら一緒に行きましょう。
She was full of pep and wearing a big smile. She's so energetic, I thought she was matching us on drinks last night.
あれくらいならお父さんに付き合ってよく飲んでるから。悪い男に潰されないよう今から慣れておけって。
That explanation just sounded wrong. I pitied any guy who tried to take advantage of her. Their lives couldn't be guaranteed if anything like that happened. I tried very hard to wake up this morning. Let's try and be on time. The 3 of us started walking in the fresh morning air. Have you remembered how to get to the school now?
はい、1週間くらい前から引っ越しては来てましたから、人間界の知識とかいろいろ覚えるのに手間取っちゃいましたけど。あ、それでなんですね。別世界から来られたっていう割にはそれほど違和感なかったので不思議に思っていたんですけど。この8年一生懸命勉強してたんですけど、私覚えるのは苦手だから。
I was surprised to hear that, as I thought she was a smart girl. She memorized the wrong things, but I guess that was part of what made her cute. Besides, seeing the King of the Gods in person made me realize that the gods weren't all geniuses.
Oi, Shia, ちょっと待て!
I heard a voice from behind. The huge man in a kimono was standing there. I would never forget who this is. I heard in the news that the number of religious believers dropped by half over the past few days. I had little reason to doubt that fact's accuracy.
お父さん、どうかしたの？
どうかしたじゃねえだろう。お前らだけでいけるのか？なんでも人間界には不良とかいう犯罪集団がいるらしいじゃねえか。俺はもう心配で。なんなら今すぐ特殊護衛部隊を編成して 道行く怪しげな連中に片っ端から天罰を。
まあ大丈夫だよ。リンくんだって一緒だし。
She smiled and looked at me, then her father also looked at me and smiled.
お、リン殿。なかなか早いじゃねえか。感心感心。ぐうたら寝てるような野郎に男の野望は叶えられないからな。
What dreams is he talking about?
もし何かあったらすぐにでも言ってくんな。生まれてきたことを魂の底から後悔させてやるからよ。
That's not necessary. Most people here are just ordinary people.
おう、そうか。いけねえいけねえ。仇の衆を困らせたら神王の名折れだな。
I'd never heard of a dishonest god either.
まあ、もし仇でない連中に何かされたら遠慮なく言ってくんな。地獄なんてのはわざわざ死ななくても体感できることを教えてやんぜ。この拳でな。
Well, what can I say? Thank you for your consideration, Mr. God King. I wish for nothing to happen to me. I didn't want to be responsible for anybody's murder.
おう、三途の川の渡し船に乗ったつもりでどーんと構えてくれ。
I heard a strange swinging noise as he slapped my back with his huge paw. I stopped breathing for a moment. His muscles were way beyond normal. The power he held was ridiculous.
いやー、しんちゃん、ずるいな。朝から楽しそうじゃないか。
You know, with the sound effect it has makes it really does sound like it must have dislocated something. Another voice echoed to finish me off. I turned back to the handsome voice and there I saw a handsome guy.
いやー、りんちゃん、早起きは三文の徳とはよく言った。すがすがしいね。
I didn't wake up that early. He looked way better when he wasn't
い
talking.
やー、表が賑やかなもんで、もしやと思ってみれば、まさしく大正解だったようだ。ねりねちゃんのこともよろしく頼むよ。
The next moment.
姉様、皆さんの。
The house gate opened and out came Nerine.
おはようございます。
She bowed slightly with a soft, elegant smile unlike she is. Her smile was truly beautiful and my face turned red.
おお、りんちゃんもやはりねりねちゃんの笑顔に一発 KO かい？
Not really. I tried to cover it up, but he looked at me joyfully.
いや、構わないとも構わないとも。
He hit my back several times. Then he held me tightly in his arms.
さあ、いつでもパパと呼んでくれたまえ。
I'd be creeped out.
マイさん。
Am I in a nightmare?
ああ、悪いがそこまでだ。
What would you do if someone just... Well, it's not just like anyone, pretty much. I mean, at least you know the guy. But imagine if that happened. Someone just grabs you and just... As you could call me Papa, my son? Wouldn't you be creeped the fuck out? Well, regardless of what it is, really, you'd be like, what the hell are you doing, man? The king of the gods tried to force his way in between us. His hands grabbed me and pulled me away from the king of the devils.
残念だが、リンドのはシアと結婚して新海を継ぐんだぜ。悪いがマーボーを父親呼びはできねえだろう。
いやー、残念だけれどこれだけは譲れないよ。りんちゃんにはねりねちゃんと結婚して魔界を継いでもらわないといけないわけだし。
おお、だったら今ここで蹴りつけてみるか。
手っ取り早いかもしれないね。
A pale ball of light appeared in front of them as they stared down at each other. Although I didn't have good grades in magic class, I knew that the small ball contained tremendous amounts of magical power. Shia Nerene, how powerful is that light ball? I asked despite knowing that I didn't really want to hear the answer.
確か前に二人が喧嘩した時は魔界の町が2つほど消滅しました。すでに誰も住んでいない町でしたけれど。
How the hell could you have two cities that are completely vacant? No, seriously, how does that even happen? Well, were they just like, okay, we got 2 cities, we just like, we're gonna like have people live in them soon, and then bam, gone. Like, well, plan B, we'll rebuild them then, I guess.
消滅
Wait, are you going to drop Armageddon in the middle of the city? Over my dead body, literally. I'm sorry, but I'm not going to marry anyone yet.
今現在付き合ってるやつでもいるのか
Not really.
美しいお嬢さん、あなたは凛ちゃんのことをどう思っていらっしゃいますか？
Hey, Kaida is just my childhood friend. Don't be suspicious of her.
おいおい、そいつはいけねえな。こんなべっぴんさんと一緒に住んでて手を出さないなんて、それこそ失礼ってもんだろう。
まったくだね。まさか凛ちゃん、男色じゃないだろうね。
I don't care what happens to me anymore. What the heck are they thinking? I think I've used up my energy for today before even getting to the academy. I am definitely heading for trouble. It'd be funny if he's like, oh fuck this, and just goes back home.
それは幸せだったね。
Were you really paying attention to what I said?
もちろん聞いてたさ。
That means your thought process is totally messed up.
試験の平均点数 96.8。バーベナ学園の頭脳とまで言われる俺様に言うセリフじゃないね。
Yeah, but how do you end up with extra lessons sometimes?
小テストをサボった程度で補習送りにする方がおかしいのさ。あんな何の得にもならない試験受けているだけ時間の無駄だろ。
We wound up getting to the school just in the nick of time. It's strange because we left the house so early this morning. Homeroom was over and I was talking to Itsuki about what happened this morning. So what made you think that I had a fabulous morning?
リー、まさかと思うけれど自分が不幸だなんて思ってないだろうね。
It's not that bad.
バーベナ学園のプリンセス楓ちゃんにあそこまで尽くされているだけでも犯罪級の幸せ者だっていうのに、今度はシアちゃんとリンちゃんだ。三世界のプリンセスにあそこまで思われて、それが幸せじゃなかったらなんだって言うんだい。
Well...
まあ友人を見殺しにするのも寝覚めが悪いから教えておいてやるけどね。シアちゃんとリンちゃん早々に親衛隊が結成されたよ。
What? I could feel my face turning
当
pale.
然元からあった楓ちゃん親衛隊 3K も健在。まあ若干数他の親衛隊にくら替えしたのもいるらしいけど。
Why the hell are the initials like that? Why? KKK stood for Kido Kido Kaide-chan. They bordered on being a cult. Oh, seriously, I mean, whatever. Their slogan was Kaide is worth dying for, and they were truly crazy about her. They'd calmed down over the past few months, despite almost killing me last year.
で、新たにシアちゃん親衛傭兵団 3S とリンちゃん突撃護衛隊 3R が作られた。
I don't even need to know what those names stand for.
賢明だね。多分正解だから。まああえて同じアルファベットで揃えるあたりがちょっと奥ゆかしいかな。
I bet there's something like Sugi Sugi Shia-chan and Ran Ran Rin-chan.
とりあえずリンが校内三大危険組織のブラックリストトップにいることは間違いないんだから、長生きしたかったらせいぜい気をつけることだね。席替えで窓際になったら真っ先に交代してもらうことだよ。狙撃しやすいから。まったく両家の父親にまで公認なんて最大の難関を最初からクリアしてるじゃないか。腹立たしい。なんていうか他人の幸福見てると自分の幸福吸い取られるみたいでムカつくんだよな。
He might be the most dangerous person around me.
ねえね
Someone poked my back from the seat behind me. What is it, Miami? I turned behind with an exhausted face. Mayumi was smiling joyfully.
土みりん、神にも魔王にも凡人にもなれる男ってとこかしらね。このフレーズ、なんかかっこいい気がしない？
Don't even ask. The cafeteria is crowded even though it's not lunchtime yet. Some students were relaxing, others eating early because their breakfast wasn't enough. By the way, there were a lot of people there. Well, just like, because my breakfast wasn't enough, I'm gonna eat some more. Well, I'll have you know, when I was in school, I didn't even have breakfast. I just went to school, and then I'd just buy a drink. I wouldn't even drink said drink after school. I'd wait till I got home. It's like, what the hell? I mean, it's like, I think I had breakfast every now and then. It's just, I kind of skip it. I just don't really give a shit, I guess. Maybe that's why I always feel like shit. I need to eat, like, properly now, man. But whatever, I dropped the coin inside the vending machine and pushed the milk button. Huh? I recognized someone's face as I reached for my drink. This is pretty much what I do every time. Except it wasn't milk, it was, I can't remember what it was. Yeah, just kind of fizzy drinks, I guess. That's it.
りんちゃん
That's the senpai and Korea senpai too. They were walking towards me while raising their hands. Their beauty stood out amongst the other students.
ハロー。こんにちはですわ。
It's unusual to see the two of you here. You usually bring your lunch from home, right?
仮に学食組でも今は3次元目でしょ。駐車だいたいお弁当組なのはりんちゃんも一緒でしょ。だったら理由も同じなんじゃない？
Well, this is the closest vending machine to my class.
前の時間が体育でしたので喉が渇いてしまいましたの。
You know what I always find weird about cafeterias is how anyone can eat in a cafeteria. It's so overcrowded. It's just like, holy shit. I hate crowded places, so maybe that's why I can't understand why anyone would like that. Just like, overly crowded is like almost every seat taken. I'm just like, I'm not sitting down there. I'm gonna go eat somewhere else if I'm gonna eat here or anything. Korea senpai replied with a smile. That's probably why I'd only buy a drink and leave it at that, I suppose.
そうそう、こっち来るついでに見てきたけど可愛いじゃない例の二人。まだ深海にいた頃に少しお見かけしただけですけれど、シア様、綺麗になられましたわ。あれじゃあ男子も騒ぐわけよね。そして兄さんは恨まれてしまうわけですわね。
Don't talk about it like it's a joke. I'm about to cry here.
それで、りんちゃんとしては本命は誰なわけ？
I haven't even thought about it.
じゃあ今考えて。
You're really enjoying this, aren't you?
やっぱりね。そうは楽しめない状況じゃない？だったら楽しんでおかないと。朝ちゃんはお祭りごとが大好きですから。
Please don't make fun of me.
ですが。
Korea senpai pointed at her mouth and tilted her head with concern.
このままの場合、朝ちゃんは勝手に楽しみ始めてしまうのではないかと。きっと朝ちゃん作主演兄さんの面白おかしく感動的な物語が学園中に。ちなみに僕の考えではやっぱり楓が単独トップかな。
Somehow I didn't think she was just joking around. She really would spread the rumor that saw me tortured. Or how about a completely different rumor? How about a rumor, you know, Rin, you know who he fancies? Get this, Itsuki. That would lead to the most awkwardest thing ever, and if it's done correctly, he will be screwed for the rest of his school days, because everyone will be like, gay, 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 gay. Gay. I might as well be honest with her if she's going to destroy my life anyway. At this particular moment, I'm most interested in... Maybe this is why we didn't really get Maybe this is why there's missing scenes for Kaida's rap, because we didn't say Kaida, we always said someone else. But we're going with Narine this time. Narine.
あら、楓じゃないの？
Kaida's too close to me, she's more like my childhood friend than a girlfriend.
そっか。尽くしてきちゃったのが逆効果なんだ。報われないなぁ。
I like how humble Narine is. Her smile will comfort my soul.
まあまあまあ。リンさんはすでにそこまで。
What are you talking about?
スイッチ入っちゃったみたいね。とりあえず、リンちゃんの今の気持ちはよくわかりました。最終的に誰がどうなるかはわからないけど、頑張ってね。
Yeah, I'll do some soul searching, even though I'm scared. I smile for no reason as I spoke. My life in this academy will be full of hope and despair, mostly despair. At least I won't be bored. The Sunshine Town and Shopping Arcade was at the center of the city, and there was I don't give a shit because this scene is Asa Primula related, if I recall.
残念。リンちゃんは
And as I said, we have to skip through some scenes here and there to, like, you know, so it doesn't drag on forever going through the same scenes, you know.
男
Bam, 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 bam.
それじゃ今度
Bum, 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 bum.
キャッチ。まあ、
Ma.
俺様の
Ma.
ミスター。
Skip,
自分
skip,
すぐ
skip.
逆。
Skip, skip, skip.
おや
Skip, 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 skip,
悪いね、
skip, skip, skip. Skip, 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 skip.
リン
Skip.
リンリ
Man, you're very slow at talking there.
へえ。
Skippity, skippity, skip,
リン
skip.
リン
Rin. Oh, okay. You appeared again, so might as well on screen now. For better or worse, Narena was sweeping in the street in front of her house's gate. The Devil's Princess was sweeping in front of her house with a broom. The whole scene seemed extremely strange to me. Narena.
リン様おはようございます。どうかされましたか？疲れたような顔をされてますけど。
Renee stopped sweeping to appear worriedly at my face. I'm exhausted and I'm possessed. Renee followed my gaze as I looked towards my feet, then she finally notices the double ponytail that was holding onto my clothes.
リムちゃん？
She shouted. Homunculus?
そう魔界と深海とが協力して作り上げた最強の魔力の持ち主、それがこのプリムラさ。
She does. I looked at the little girl drinking juice beside me. She looked like an ordinary devil girl. We were now in the Fuyu family's living room. I invited Narene and the King of the Devils over in order to ask about this little girl who followed me home.
気をつけておくれよ。研究の甲斐あって間違いなく最強の魔力は持っているんだけれどね。困ったことにその制御が全くできない。
So like before, basically like, at any moment she could probably like explode and destroy the whole, you know, city, town, wherever.
暴発したらこの町どころか都道府県の一つくらい消滅するよ。とにかく無制限で強化したからね。
Oh sure, you just like worded like that, just like, oh, not to worry or concern you or anything, but that could totally happen. So she's like a walking nuclear weapon.
放射能をまき散らさない分地球に優しいクリーンな兵器だね。
Just, you know, explosion, like debris everywhere, blood, just freaking limbs flying all over the place. It's not a pretty sight, I'd imagine.
おっと、りんちゃん、 紅茶のおかわりはいるかい？
Yes, please. The King of the Devil smiled and poured some tea inside of my cup. Wait, why are you serving me tea?
ごめんなさい。私がやるべきなんですけれど、魔王様がどうしてもって。
安心したまえ、リンちゃん。こう見えても私の趣味は家事でね。こういった作業は大得意なのだよ。
So he makes a mean cup of tea then? Opposed to like Dojima in Persona 4 who makes a mean cup of coffee.
いやそれどころか大好きなのだよ。
Are you really the king of the devils?
どこからどう見ても魔王そのものじゃないか。
I bet the number of devil worshippers is decreasing. Does that mean that he's contributing to world peace?
家では世間体がどうとか言ってね、ママもネリネちゃんも私になかなか家事をやらせてくれないんだよ。その分休日の家事は私が全部やることになっているんだけれどね。
I now know what the humans' impression of the devils was totally wrong. I made a mental note to rid myself of all stereotypes, otherwise I'd be shocked to find out the truth about who knows what else. Anyway, why did they make a homunculus?
とある魔法を研究するのにね、どうしても強大な魔力の持ち主が必要なんだよ。
Yeah, but what were the experiments for?
その魔法は実用化されれば三世界のありようを根底から変えられるほどの力を持っている魔法でね。人工生命体は全部で3体作られた。皆違った方法によるものではあったんだけれど、過去の2体はその強大な魔力を制御しきれずに終わってしまった。
Bullshit! For one of them, anyway. In other words, they died. The king and Rene were both wearing serious expressions.
プリムラはその中で一番年下の3号体さ。あまり他の者と付き合おうとしないんだが、ネリネちゃんだけには多少懐いている。ま、姉妹みたいなものと思ってくれて構わないよ。
Primula continued to eat her cake with a blank expression on her face. She looked like an ordinary girl to me.
でも、なぜそのプリムラちゃんが人間界に？
Now, with Primula always appearing emotionless but clearly not being as emotionless as she appears, would that make her a kundere or whatever the hell it is? I was just... Before recording this, I remember like seeing this post on Facebook as randomly it's like, what kind of dere or whatever the hell are you? And mine was a kundere and the tsundere or whatever the hell. Like a mix of the two pretty much, but mostly kundere, because that kind of makes sense, you know. Appear cold and emotionless, but then once I get to know you, it's a different story. It's like if you saw me in the street randomly, you'd think like, that guy looks like he's never smiled in his entire life. He looks like he just like kind of like, fuck off. I don't want anyone to approach me. Get away, kind of look to me. But it's a completely different story. It's just how it is, really. I don't know why.
まあ、それは本人に聞いてみるのが一番だろうね。プリムラ？
She looked at him as he called her name. She started speaking as she ate her cake.
リンに会いに来た。
Her silent eyes looked at me and I could see my face in her sad purple irises.
どんな人なのか会ってみたかった。
But it turns out he's just the average, you know, protagonist.
ずっと話聞いてたから。リムちゃん。
Nerena's concerned gentle voice wrapped around Primula's small body. Primula just continued to look at me with a blank expression just like when she first saw me. I figured she'd been interested in me after hearing about me from Nerena for such a long time. But what is there to talk about? It's just that one time when they were younger, that's it. How could you talk about that for so long?
お父様、結局リムちゃんはどうするのですか？
The king of the devil smiled softly to his concerned daughter.
まあ、無理に魔界へ連れて帰ってダダをこねられても面倒だしね。しばらくうちに住まわせて様子を見る というのが一番だろう。もっとも研究そのものが終わったわけじゃない。また施設の方へ戻らなければならなくなるだろうけれど。
He said while looking at Primula's face. She shook her head in refusal.
ここに住む。
What?
私はここがいい。リンがいる。
She grabbed my sleeve while speaking with her expressionless voice. Her tight grip represented her strong will.
リムちゃん。
The king crossed his arms and started thinking while observing Primula's reaction. After only a few seconds, he came with a solution.
どうだいリンちゃん、可愛いペットを一人飼ってみないかい？トイレのしつけもしっかりしているし、なんなら抱き枕の代わりでも問題ない。
Are you nuts? Perhaps he'd planned this from the start. I'm sorry, but I'm just a freeloader. It's not up to me. I looked at Kaede for help, but she smiled gently.
私はリン君がいいと言うんでしたら構いませんよ。
That's exactly what I expected to hear. Can't you at least think about it for a bit, Kaede? So, what should I do? I didn't really have a reason to refuse her. Plus, I felt bad to reject her since she came all this way here to meet me. Okay, we'll take care of her. I took a pause and nodded deeply.
リン。
She had no expressions, but somehow I felt like her voice sounded a little happy.